Hi guys, I am just starting to hand sew a Holly Hobbie costume, and this is the first part, which is the pantaloons. And I really love this pattern. It includes both the child and the adult portion, and I just love all the different pieces. Like I said, I'm starting on the pantaloons, but it also includes a bonnet and apron and a dress. So a lot of fun pieces. And I tried to match the fabric with the image that I saw on the front. So the pantaloons are going to be in this blue, and the bonnet is also going to be in the blue. And unfortunately, I could only find this one size for the pattern. I couldn't find it in my size. So what I did is I just used these fabric weights to weight down the pattern, and I put some white paper behind it, and I just measured up 2 sizes larger than the large size. And I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but this process was actually easier than I imagined. So this was my first attempt at resizing a pattern, and I think it worked out really well. So once I got the right size, I used the fabric weights again just to weight down the final pattern and cut it out. And for the pantaloons, it's only just it has a ruffle, and then the pants have a front and a back, so really easy. And this is where I'm starting. I'm just stitching along the sides, the kind of the front and the back. And the stitch that I'm using is just a straight stitch. And it's just a really simple stitch. I just do two stitches, and I pull through the thread, and then I will do one other stitch over the last stitch. I think doing it in this way creates a really sturdy stitch, and it's going to stay in place, and it's just really easy to use. And instead of pins to keep the fabric in place, what I'm using is these little colorful clips. I was watching a YouTube video last year, and somebody recommended these, and I'm just so happy that she did. They're one of my favorite sewing tools. It just makes everything so much easier. You're not poking holes through the fabric, and they're just really easy to adjust as you go. And it adds a little bit of brightness to the sewing that just makes it a little more fun. And I'm just gonna keep doing this stitch, just doing 2 stitches and then going back over the last stitch. Pretty easy if you're a beginning hand sewer. I think this is one of the simplest stitches that you can do. Okay, and now we are stitching up the legs of the pants, and the stitch that I did on the other end, we're just gonna keep doing the same stitch. And for this entire project, I'm just using the exact same stitch. So if you're new to hand sewing, just learning this one stitch is really valuable, and it's easy, and just a really easy way to get started in hand sewing. So not too much to it. And when I'm using these clips, they're actually good for actually measuring. So you don't need to be drawing lines and measuring and You can actually just use these clips as a measuring tool in of itself. So another good reason to use these clips. It just makes everything just a little bit simpler. And to deal with the raw edges, what I'm using is some pinking shears. It just makes it really easy just to use these scissors on your raw edges, and then you don't have to worry about anything fraying, and you don't need to do any kind of special stitching on the edges of the fabric. So definitely a fan of pinking shears. I think it just makes everything really neat, and it's just so quick and easy. So I'm definitely a fan of the pinking shears. For the bottom portion of the pants, it has these ruffles, and you do need to gather up the material. So what I'm doing is just a basting stitch. I'm just gonna run the needle through a few times and then pull it and just keep doing that stitch. And when I made it through all of the fabric, all I have to do is just pull the thread and it'll just gather up. So that's a really easy way to do a bit of gathering. And once I've gathered all the fabric, I'm just going to attach the ruffle to the pants. And again, I'm just using these little clips to keep the gathers in place so they don't move around when you're trying to sew them. And I'm going to be using the same stitch that I used on the rest of the pant leg. Putting in 2 stitches and then going over the last stitch. For the waistband, what I'm doing is measuring about 1 inch, and then I'm securing it with these colorful clips again. And then what I'm doing is I'm just folding the material down. So this is going to create a kind of a cavity or a tunnel for the elastic to go through. So this is shaving about 2 inches off the top. And then I'm just doing the same stitch that I did throughout a lot of it, just doing 2 stitches and then going back over the last stitch. And just be sure that you leave an opening for your elastic to go through. I usually do about 2 inches to give myself plenty of room to work with the elastic. And for the elastic on the end, I'm just using a safety clip, safety pin, I think is what they're called. And you just have to kind of scoot it through that tunnel. And it might take a little bit of work to kind of get it to go through. But you just continue until it comes out the other end. And this is the bottom of the pants. And I just measured about 1/2 inch. And just doing the same stitch that I did on the other parts of the pantaloons. So really easy stitch to do. And this is the finished pantaloons. I just love how the pattern looks, all those tiny little flowers, and the ruffles are just super adorable. I can't wait to get started on the rest of the costume, but it was just so delightful to see those ruffles as they are. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.